let's talk about this Bolt driver. There is this new development. We'll play a video. I'll play a video, but let me read this. Let me read this news article. I think by OWELEKETV. OWELEKETV carried this news. Say lawyers withdraw from case involving Abuja driver and Abia lawmaker. The legal team representing Stephen Abuwatseye, an Abuja Bolt driver who was allegedly assaulted by Alex Ikwecheg, a House of Representatives member from Abia State, has withdrawn its legal representation. Deji Adeyanju and partners, the law firm handling Abuwatseye's case, announced its withdrawal, citing the need to protect its professional integrity and uphold the highest ethical standards in the legal profession. Now, I will not read further. Let's watch this video, but because I don't want us to dwell too much on this. Barrister, let's watch this video where the man himself, the Bolt driver, actually came out to apologize to the lawmaker. Let's watch.
My name is Stephen Abuwatseye, the Bolt driver that had a misunderstanding with Right Honorable Mascot Igwechi some days ago. I still actually want to apologize to him that I'm sorry for whatever I must have said or must have done to have provoked him to that level of anger. I am very, very sorry. This is actually a medium where I would like to tell all Nigerians that it is not time for us to start dividing ourselves based on religious or tribe or region or anything. That we should actually come together and try to see how we can unite this nation and move the nation forward. Please, Nigerians, let's forgive and forget. As even contained in our Lord's Prayer, that Lord, please forgive us as we forgive those who trespass against us. For there is no justice without forgiveness. Thank you very much. And I still...
Barrister, this is someone that was assaulted. He was humiliated. He was dehumanized. He was threatened. He was, I don't know, did you watch the video of this incident, that the Bolt man and the House of Rep incident?
The video is
viral. Member.
The video is viral. Everybody in Nigeria has watched it.
Good. Okay, he was threatened. He dehumanized. He was harassed. He was oppressed. Look, the guy called him all manner of names.
They slapped him several times.
He was beaten. Yeah, correct. That I think he was beaten. Now, for this guy to be the one apologizing, what do you think happened? Now, I want to find out, you as a lawyer, do you know the reason why the lawyers voted out of the case? They washed their hands off the case?
Of course. Of course. The issues are, here is a guy who suffered that beating and dehumanization. And immediately after that, a lot of people came up to support him. And the legislator was charged to court. In between, the first person to apologize was the legislator. He came out to apologize and said that he did it out of anger and all these things. In between, the very dark man. You know the very dark man. He championed the case of the boat driver and took him to the chambers of Deji Adeyanju for them to represent him. In the course of that representation, the lawmaker sued for peace, and there were negotiations for payment. They demanded 50 million from the lawmaker. The lawmaker offered 5 million. And in between, something happened. And the boat driver went over his lawyers and made the apology. I believe that he settled with the lawmaker. I don't know if he collected the 5 million or accepted or collected the 5 million or whether something more, but it was not with the consent or approval of his legal team. because the legal team were negotiating for 50 million. Yes, they were negotiating for 50 million. Apparently, the boat driver thought that 5 million was, maybe he had never seen such amount. He went behind and probably, this is my opinion, accepted and made that distance. So the firm, the lawyers were so angry, so picked that their client could go behind them and make an apology why the case is in court and why they were without their knowledge. So that's the reason that they stood down. They withdrew from the case. I believe the boat driver had settled on financial terms with the lawmaker. That is my belief.
Anyway, that is so sad. That guy, that boat driver, honestly, because when I watched that video, that boat driver was bold. In fact, I praised his courage to actually stand to this man, honestly, who tried at all costs to achieve. The boat driver was not intimidated. He didn't feel intimidated. He maintained his cool, even though we didn't see his picture. But based on the man's ranting, we understand that the boat driver was courageous. Yet, look at what he did. Now, my suspicion is this. Courageous. Yes, my suspicion is this. I think, yes, money is involved. There's no doubt money has changed, but not just money. I think he was threatened. He was threatened probably behind the scene. And they offered him money. Take this money or we'll come after you. And that is just, I think that is what happened. That is my suspicion. It's not just about the money. It should be, it's threat actually went with it. That's my suspicion though. But in both ways, honestly, I remember I made a monologue. I made a monologue of this incident. And actually, as if, of course, definitely people must have taken up that, like you say, very dark man. Actually was the one who took it upon himself. I didn't know until now. You just mentioned it. I was the one, because even on my monologue, I suggested the guy that he should sue the hell out of this guy for damages. The boat driver he has by default has become a rich man. Look at, he just missed that opportunity anyway, because definitely they may have just given him stipend. Whatever. So anyway, you wanted to say something, Barrister? Let
me add that the situation in Nigeria now is such that people are being very pragmatic. People are not holding on to ideas or ideologies or anything. It's pragmatism. Here is a boat driver that is earning virtually just a little amount day by day. The opportunity came for him to get a couple of millions. 5, maybe more. In that negotiation, one cannot. That was the first offer, 5 million. Maybe it went up to 10 million. And you have a situation where you accept or fight in the court, not knowing when the case will finish. The case can go from there all the way to Supreme Court. In the next 10 years, you are still in the court. So you calculate yourself. Why don't I collect this money and go ahead with my life? After all, it's only some slaps and humiliation I got. So people are becoming very, very pragmatic in Nigeria. They are not thinking of ideas or anything. So I believe it may not even have been a threat other than the offer. You calculate and see, if I don't collect this money and the legal process goes on for the next 10 years, 15 years, how will that benefit me? So let me collect this money and move on with my life. It may be money that he has never seen in his life. I think so we'll put that into perspective.
Yeah, you made it made sense there actually. Anyway, all right, that's it.